Here I come.
We've seen a lot of destruction. We've seen a lot of things happening in the world. It is kind of putting a spell of depression over everybody.
What can I do?
It hurts.
Since the war broke out. Volcano erupted in Indonesia.
This volcano in Indonesia erupted overnight on April 17th.
Earthquake happened in Taiwan and destroyed a whole country called Turtle Island.
A magnitude 7.2 earthquake occurred off Taiwan's east coast on Wednesday morning.
It seems as if we're going deeper into the year and we have less zeal, less will, less of us to push and do anything. So tonight I want to let you know that the Most High gave us power.
Those days came John the Baptist preaching in the wilderness of Judea and saying, repent ye, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
So first of all, you have to know the steps to get this kind of power, right? What we're doing here, this is like a wilderness, concrete jungle. Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. John was doing it back then, we doing it now. It's not to cease. Read.
Reading out of the book of Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because they have rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
So we don't know how to operate in perilous times. And the Bible here, Hosea 4 and 6 shows that our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. The destruction. Listen to me. One of the seals from Revelation has been released. There was a time where the Most High said, don't harm the trees, don't harm the land, just affect the people. But with that kind of destruction, earthquake, volcano erupting, tsunami, you know that seal gone. We have to humble ourselves in order to get power. We have to humble ourselves and acknowledge the Most High. Proverbs 1 and 7 says, the beginning of knowledge is the fear of the Most High. We cannot keep going day by day, sun going up, moon coming down, and we just there. Same old, not doing what we had to do to organize ourselves. How long you think the price of food will stay this price? It going and go up, it not going and go down?
For gold is tried in the fire.
What you think that goal is? We are that people who are being tried with discipline, with torments. God created good and evil, and the torments, the pressure, the oppression is to try us.
Believe in him, and he will help thee. For that thy ways are right, and trust in him.
You have to trust in the Father. Believe in him, and he will help thee. We look for help from our brothers, our sisters, family members, friends, wives, husbands. Not all the time we could get that help that we want. They're going through their pressure too. You understand? So we have to rise up at our slum, trust in the Most High, and he will help us. The Most High have our backs. His name is Yashayah. He has your back. When you're going through your situation, he have your back. When somebody wants to do wickedness here and they don't prevail, it's he who stops it from prevailing. Everybody here had somebody who backstabbed them, who let them down, who set them up.
I'm sorry.
It'll be okay.
It's God who pull you out to be alive at this time in here.
And spake unto them, saying, all power is given unto me in heaven and in earth.
Christ, all power is given unto Christ. He sent his Son to save us. That is why we here. All power in the world is given unto him. He have our back. He is there for us. He does empower us to wake up, to sell, to hustle. He do that. We don't do that on our own free will. Let me tell you something. Christ said that we would perform greater miracles than him in all aspects. He didn't say just in raising the dead, just in doing this, just in doing that. As a matter of fact, there are people in the Bible who had, watchmen, the amount of power that God and Christ give you, you cannot imagine. Listen to what this man did.
Joshua 10 and verse 12. Then spoke Joshua to the Lord in the day when the Lord delivered up the Amorites before the children of Israel. And he said, in thy sight of the Israel, sun, stand thou still upon Gibeon, and thou moon in the valley of Ajalon. And the sun stood still, and the moon stayed, until the people had avenged themselves upon their enemies.
Joshua told his son to stop moving. And here we wrestling with not having enough money. We fighting up with not having enough food. We fighting up and saying, this one ain't helping me, this one ain't doing this. I can't do it alone. And a man in the Bible watch his son and tell his son, don't move. And the Most High gave him that power and gave him that access to stop the son so they could win war. What you think your oppression is, it is a form of war, it's spiritual war. You're fighting. It have things that you're going through right now. Everyone have their own situation, have their own problems. Even rich people have their own problems. They can't find no love. Nobody will love them. Son, stand thou still. Don't move. A man did that. Your great-grandfather did that. Y'all understanding this? So much power that man had in the past. So much power you think you have in the future then.
Out of the book of Joshua chapter 54 and verse 46. And whilst they were fleeing, Judah and his brethren pursued them unto the house of Pharaoh, and they all escaped. And Judah again sat before Joseph and roared at him like a lion, and gave a great and tremendous shriek at him. And the shriek was heard at a distance. And all the inhabitants of Succoth heard it, and all Egypt quaked at the sound of the shriek. And also the walls of Egypt, of the land of Goshen, fell in from the shaking of the earth. And Pharaoh also fell from his throne upon the ground, and all the pregnant women of Egypt and Goshen miscarried.
One man was running, turn around, shout at the next man. Buildings fall. The Pharaoh fall off his throne. What power the Pharaoh have? None. The Pharaoh have no power. This man was so powerful with that shout. All the women around that heard that miscarriage. What? Abortion immediately. And we here thinking we don't have no power. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. We don't know what our grandfathers did, what they had to go through, and have so much power. That was one man. This is our next man. Everybody have something they're good at. Everybody have something that the Most High bless them with. Here the kind of power these people had. Imagine Pharaoh face on the money and he fall off his throne like a little girl. He did more destruction than some of the earthquakes at Trinidad already. That's to tell you how powerful your great-grandfather was. And you're here struggling with groceries, you're here struggling with money, you're here struggling with that man, you're here struggling with that woman.
And it came to pass in the meanwhile that the heavens was black, and clouds and wind, and there was great rain. And Ahab rode and went into Jezreel. And the hand of the Lord was on Elijah, and he gripped up his loins and ran before Ahab to the entrance of Jezreel.
Right, so something was going to happen. It have a man with chariots, right? And to save his people, the man had to run and pass the chariots and deliver a message. And you know what happened? The man reached before the chariots with the horses. Another man in kings with power. They said the Most High hand was with him. Again, your power comes from the Most High. We can do this. We can survive these trials. We don't have to go through that kind of pressure. He ran past forces. What? Girded up his loins, braced himself, tighten up that ab area, and take off. And the Most High was with him, and he was successful. Imagine that kind of power. This is not the same people. This is different people. It's not one man achieved this miracle, what we will call a miracle, because we have so much unbelief. It's looking like it's unbelievable. Let me tell you something. The enemy knows the type of power you have. The enemy knows the kind of protection you have. Satan knows the kind of protection. Them demons, them wickedness in the earth know what type of power the Most High has given his chosen people.
It's in the book of Job, chapter 1, and I read at 7. And the Lord said unto Satan, Whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth.
That is all Satan doing, walking up and down and making your life hard. Read.
And from walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, As thou consider my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth.
Now what's the kind of characteristics that Job has? So if you're searching power, you can humble yourself and try and take a page from Job's book, right?
A perfect and upright man, one that feareth God.
One that feared the Most High, fear God, so he wouldn't do evil.
And execute evil. Then Satan answered the Lord and said, Doeth Job fear the Most High for naught? Hast thou not made a hedge about him?
Hast thou not made a hedge about him? Nothing used to touch Job. Nothing used to affect Job. The Most High protect Job like that for years. Now Job is not a baby here. You can imagine living your whole life under the Most High protection and nothing happening to you. The enemy cannot get to you because of the Most High. You can imagine that.
Continuing, verse 9. Then answered Satan the Lord and said, Doeth Job fear the Most High for naught? Hast thou not made a hedge about him?
So let me hear what the Most High is protecting concerning Job. Read.
And about his house.
His house, where you're living, where you're sleeping, where you're eating, where you're growing your family.
Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land.
Bless the work of his hands, but it starts with the fear of the Most High, to bless your talents, to bless your finances.
Verse 11. But put forth thy hand now, and touch all that he had, and he will curse thee to thy face. What's
Satan not saying there? And he keep not saying it. He don't want to see the Most High people strive at all. Touch him now. Pull down the protection a little bit. Let me get to him. Let me make him antsy, edgy, frightened, fearful. Let him fall. So let us take a page from Job's book. There's a lot of aspects. Men, we have a lot of power from the Most High. We're not tapping into that yet. We are being soaked in the Most High's power and we're not even using it. Look at the amount of things that they said that these people did in the past that are related to us. This is in our blood.
Reading out of the book of 2 Chronicles chapter 7 and verse 14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven, and I will forgive their sins and will heal their land.
That is straight from the Most High. The Most High doesn't lie. He has no reason to deceive you. The Most High doesn't lie. There's nothing we can give him, you know. When you sit down and think about it, what do you think you could give the Most High? Nothing. He could replace you. We need to check ourselves. Take down the pride and understand we are replaceable. We are expendable. Work for the Most High, for his kingdom, for his people tirelessly Because the rewards is for us. He doesn't need us. We need him. God without man is still God. Man without God is nothing. It's dead. Destruction. Listen to this again. Let us humble ourselves. Pay attention, men. We are the heads. We lead our families, our children, our children, our wives. We have to pay attention to what works. It's a code. Humble thyself. It have somebody better than you. It have somebody stronger than you. It have somebody more wise than you. It have somebody more good looking than you. Humble yourself.